This is Mr. Kimball's construction class at the Wood County Technical Center. It's a one-year program with embedded math credit, and you can get up to 10 certifications. Upon completion, this can lead to a job with the home builders or the laborers union. Stuff that you learn in here, if you do pick up and learn on it, you can use throughout your whole life. Even if you don't go into the construction field, if you need to work on your house, you can.
At Williamstown, it's relationship-based. Until you build trust, you really can't catapult that relationship to the next level. I love working with small business. I love working with entrepreneurs. Everybody has their dreams and their visions of success, and I always like to be a part of that. I look for those opportunities to pair my expertise with their vision to create a plan of success. I'm Mike Fleek. I'm excited to help your business thrive.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years. Murray's, the area's exclusive Opti-AIM certified ADAS recalibration center, will replace your damaged windshield to OEM specifications. Get back on the road knowing the job was done right. Contact Murray's, your ADAS recalibration professionals.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center is now offering the same great services at our brand new Harbor Point location in Williamstown. Whether it's laser treatments for hair, acne, or tattoo removal, full body contouring, or skin rejuvenation, let us revitalize your skin without the time and cost of cosmetic surgery. Go to RejuveSkinCenter.com or call 740-538-9943 to schedule your free consultation.
Two Chucks and a Truck HVAC companies are a dime a dozen, but there's one that's been around over 60 years, Morrison Incorporated. High-pressure sales tactics, bogus equipment repairs, offers you know are too good to be true? That's not our style. As the Mid-Ohio Valley's factory-authorized Bryant dealer, we respect our customers, we value your business, and we guarantee our work. May seem an old-fashioned way to do business, but it's worked for Morrison since 1961. Always ready to do whatever it takes. That's Morrison Incorporated.
At CIS Cable, we get it. Saving money is a big deal these days. Other companies will try to lure you in with the promising of cheap prices, but there's always some fine print that says it won't last long. And when the service goes down, it's not easy to try and talk to somebody over the phone or get someone to come and fix it. CIS Cable doesn't work that way, and we never will. Upfront pricing, local customer service, and fast and friendly technicians. Call today and get the quality and service that you deserve. 304-420-2470 or visit us online at ciscable.com.
This is a great league. There's no game that's safe. Every night is like playing an NCAA tournament.
There are tremendous players in our league.
Setting the bar for women's basketball competing in the Big Ten Conference.
Look at all the great players in the footprint of the Big Ten.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Parkersburg Catholic High School as we've got girls basketball for you tonight as the Williamstown Yellow Jackets are in town to take on the Crusaderettes. High school basketball in CAS 45 presented by Staley Law and Mediation. My name is Brian Guthrie, joined by the lovely and talented Mike Cameron. And this is an LKC matchup. This is a rivalry game. These are two teams that do not like each other, Michael.
This has gone on a long time. Two teams that are in close proximity. And the funny thing is probably half of the, when it comes to the programs itself, it doesn't matter the sport. These athletes know each other. They probably have been on some sort of travel team together at some point too. But once you put on the maroon and gold and the Columbia blue and white, it changes the whole dynamic.
Would you say those colors clash?
They do clash, and but yeah, it doesn't matter. Football, basketball, I'm sure they could probably find an aggressive forward of tiddlywinks, and they would still find some aggression that will happen in this game. And it's a good time to have this game too. Both programs doing pretty well in this young season. Maybe a few people not expecting Williamstown to be as good as they have been.
Williamstown ranked number 3 in the latest statewide AP poll in Class AA, 8-2 on the season, under head coach Danny Bunch, who is in for Fred Sorrow.
Fred Sorrow,
right?
Yes.
Wins over Tyler Consolidated, Ritchie County, defending champion Cameron, Class A champion Cameron, St. Mary's, Ravenswood, Wirt County, Doddridge County, and Gilmer County. Their only losses came to a very good Warren team early in the season, and Wayne, a loss to Wayne in a tournament in Doddridge County. Wayne was a top 5 team in Class AAA at the time of that loss. Parkersburg Catholic comes in 7-3, and you're saying 7-3? That doesn't sound right, because the last time Catholic had lost more than 2 games in a season was the 16-17 season when they were a 500 team. But Marty Vierheller's squad has wins over Wahama, Ritchie County, Ravenswood, Magnolia, Quad A, South Charleston, Wirt County, and Tyler Consolidated. But 3 losses all on the road, Mike, to Nitro, a AAA team, to rival St. Mary's. Ooh. And last weekend, Mingo Central Catholics lost 2 out of their last 3 games and struggling a little bit.
Yeah, you know, you look at the program and you see what they've had in this program over the last few years. And, of course, the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaderettes have been very blessed to have a really good crop of players. But Coach Marty Vierheller will be the first person to say, you know what, nobody's crying.
Nobody's feeling bad for the defending champs.
Yeah, we don't have a Huffman on this team. Nobody's going to be crying right now. So yeah, he has to learn to play with who he has right now, and they have had some signature wins in this young season. So I'm really not worried about this. He went into this season knowing he's going to have to play some bigger teams, some higher caliber teams. Couple more A's in their title, you know. So and they've played well. They've played well against these teams. A very uncharacteristic stretch of basketball, losing 2 out of the last 3. But I think Coach Vierheller will get this team together. On the other side, though, Williamstown, you know, they have had, of course, Fred Sorrow leading the way for a number of years. I mean, my wife was a graduate from Williamstown High School back in 1990, and he was the coach even back then. But I think having Coach Danny Bunch now, even if it's in an interim status right now, he's learning and he's teaching these girls maybe a little bit different. Of course, you're going to get those solid fundamentals from Coach Sorrow, but a little bit of new blood injected into this. Coach Bunch has got these girls believing, and they're playing some really good basketball.
Leadership-wise, only 2 seniors on the team for Parkersburg Catholic. Deborah Hardbarger, who we'll see playing down in the post, a 5'11 senior. The other senior, Tiana Tauber, broke her collarbone before Christmas. We're talking to her a little bit ago. Only had surgery a couple of days ago. She's done till April. She's not allowed to play any sports till April. So basically 1 playing senior for the Crusaderettes. For Williamstown, senior Raya Sprouse tore all kinds of stuff up in her leg against Ritchie County early on in the season. And that leaves Georgie Inman as the only other senior dressing for the Lady Jackets.
She's quite the athlete too. I mean, she's also been on 2 back-to-back state high school volleyball teams too. But probably basketball is her better sport, so she's going to bring it tonight as well. She'll bring that senior leadership to Williamstown.
We're getting ready to lock up with could be a really good matchup here. A fantastic rivalry game. We've got the Lady Yellow Jackets and the Crusaderettes here at Parkersburg Catholic High School. High school basketball comes your way after this timeout. You're watching high school basketball on CAS 45, presented by Staley Law and Mediation.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
They say you get what you pay for. Hi, I'm David Haas. At Morrison Incorporated, that's 450 years of combined HVAC experience on staff. That's choosing equipment precisely engineered to deliver the best operation and highest efficiency. Correctly installed by a factory-authorized Bryant dealer, so your warranty's valid. And it's a fully stocked warehouse, so we can fix any brand 24/7, 365. Because breakdowns don't just happen when it's convenient. Morrison Incorporated, always ready. Whatever it takes since 1961.
CAS Cable has the advertising solution for your business or event that is easy, affordable, and effective. Get your commercial seen on the most popular networks and programs and live sports that your customers are watching. CAS Cable is growing faster than ever, creating a huge audience in the Mid-Ohio Valley for you to reach with your message. If you don't have a commercial, our production department can create one that highlights your products and will get you customers. Call today to find out more about advertising with CAS Cable to boost your business. 304-420-2470.
A new year brings new deals at Lemon & Barrett's Power Sports. Our showroom is packed with new and used inventory with deals you won't want to miss, plus all the gear, apparel, and accessories you need to ride in style, safety, and comfort. Does your current bike or buggy need service? Our certified technicians will get you back on the road, trail, or farm in top shape. Stop in today and check out our massive inventory and shop all the New Year's deals at Lemon & Barrett's Power Sports, your one-stop shop for all things power sports. Follow us on Facebook for inventory and store updates. As always, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
America is built on the backs of individuals who work hard. Dedicated people who expect as much from their tools and equipment as they do of themselves. Lift Safety is a brand that doesn't just help get the job done. It has the same never quit attitude. Lift makes the products that allow you to focus on the job at hand. You can find a wide range of Lift Safety products right now at Fasteners and Supply in Mineral Wells. Lift industrial safety gear. Protecting today, building for tomorrow.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
Back here at Parkersburg Catholic, Mike and Brian, glad to have you tuned in here on CAS 45. It was the starting lineups coming out. The starters for Williamstown tonight. Number 5, freshman Anna Cosner. Number 12, junior Riley Landis. Number 14, senior Georgie Inman. Number 30, freshman Arissa Burt. And number 44, sophomore Faith Pickens. Talking to Coach Bierheller for Catholic before the game and kind of getting the lay of the land here, and he said, as long as we can keep Faith Pickens under control and we keep Arissa Burt from living on the post and cleaning the glass all night, we might be okay.
That's a good plan. It's a really good plan.
Solid.
You got a couple of 6-footers right there, and they're athletic and good at what they do. Young with the sophomore and the freshman as well. The future looks bright for Williamstown. But Catholic has had this problem before with bigger players, post-presence. It's been a situation where they've had to deal with that in the past, but you know what? They have overcome. And I know Coach Bierheller and Coach Carr, his assistant, they're pretty well-versed. They do a little bit of scouting. They've been pretty good at this whole scouting game. So, it's all in execution tonight.
Starting for Parkersburg Catholic, number 3, junior married to Cody Ruth. Number 4, junior Jocelyn Thorne. Number 15, junior Izzy D'Angelo. Number 22, junior Morgan Sampson. And number 23, senior Deborah Harbarger. Those 3 juniors married to Cody Ruth, Jocelyn Thorne, and Izzy D'Angelo, along with junior Akaya Miller, who comes off the bench. You want to talk about some girls that have gotten some playing experience under their belts. They're some of the most experienced juniors in the state because they have been to 2 state championship games.
I was going to say, and over the years, they've gotten that experience, and they've not just been sort of like little flash in the pans on the bench. They've been expected to give good minutes over these last couple of years. So yes, very well experienced, and that'll show throughout the rest of as the season really starts to bog down here in the next couple of weeks. That's going to show.
So we'll see Pickens for Williamstown and Harbarger for Catholic, ready to jump at mid-circle. We are underway, and the Crusaderettes will control the opening tip to Cody Ruth into the corner to Thorne. Back out top to Mary to Cody Ruth. Works it around to Sampson. Sampson, a transfer from Waterford. Part of that state championship team for the Wildcats last year, coming over here to Parkersburg Catholic to play this year.
Simple zone defense right now. They are holding their positioning right now, Williamstown. It's just a tough place for Catholic to find an opening.
Crusaderettes working it around the circle, but haven't been able to get much to look at here, as it's been a two-man game with Cody Ruth and Thorne. Nice defense here from Williamstown. Again, they'll try to get it into the corner to Jocelyn Thorne, off the mark. Rebound by Sampson, and she will be able to bring it back out between the circles and reset for the Crusaderettes.
With this defense being the way that it is right now for Williamstown, and it's been a staple for them over the years as well too. It'll be big for Parkersburg Catholic. Got to hit from the perimeter tonight. Luckily, Jocelyn Thorne's pretty good from the perimeter.
Hardbarger feeds it inside to D'Angelo. Back out to Hardbarger. Jumper from the free throw line is good. Deborah's on the board first for the Crusaderettes, 2-0.
Just patient basketball, found an opening, and finally Hardbarger got a good look from the inside the paint.
Here's Landis out top for the Lady Jackets. Has Thorne in her face, kicks it down to Inman.
And that's the difference in defenses right now. Williamstown in the zone, straight man-on-man right now for Parkersburg Catholic.
Landis gets knocked away by Hardbarger, but Burt collects it, can't get the putback. Rebound D'Angelo for Catholic. And the Crusaderettes are running. Married to Cody Ruth, do the baseline to Hardbarger, trying to find some room. Held up under the basket.
Yeah, she was well too far underneath.
Thorne for three is off the mark. Hardbarger rebound, putback is good. Deborah Hardbarger has all four Crusaderette points. It's 4-0 Catholic.
And just again, good presence, offensive rebounding. Nice drive there by Landis.
Riley Landis goes baseline for two. Married to Cody Ruth, getting her play call from Coach V.
We're seeing two very different disciplines playing out right now. Zone versus man-on-man, and patient basketball versus run and gun.
Here's Thorne on the opposite quarter, drops it into Hardbarger. She tries a little dream shake on Pickens, can't get it to go. Burt with the rebound. Inman will bring it up the floor. Outlet pass ahead to Cosner. She'll go baseline and gets it to go, and we're knotted at 4.
Again, just good running on the floor right there off the missed shot. Cosner was well down the court at that point, got a good pass and finished well.
Closing in on 5 minutes to go here in the opening period, tied up at 4. Fantastic zone from Williamstown as Sampson's three is way off the mark. And Inman will push it into the front court ahead to Landis. Little short, Hardbarger with the rebound for the Crusaderettes. And we're off and running back the other way. Mike, I remember this matchup last year we saw in Crusaderettes. Different team, though. Basically a track team that played basketball, and they got Faith Pickens out of that game because she just wasn't getting up and down the floor fast enough with everybody else. As Cody Ruth goes off glass and is no good. Inman with the rebound for Williamstown.
Well, you know, even on that last exchange right there, even though they missed the shot, and that's good basketball again. Good pass from Cosner underneath to Pickens for the easy shot. On that last possession, though, Williamstown beat them down the court, even though they didn't finish well on that one. If they can keep winning that race, as you said, that's going to be a big problem for Catholic.
Williamstown with their first lead off the Pickens layup. Crusaderettes looking for some space. They'll go back to Hardbarger on the baseline, and Pickens misdirects the shot, but Sampson collects it. Crusaderettes work it back out top to Mary to Cody Ruth.
Tried to set a screen.
Hardbarger has her jumper knocked away by Inman. Ahead to Cosner, lost the handle out of bounds, stays with the Jackets. We'll see our first substitution of the game. It'll be Akaya Miller in for Izzy D'Angelo.
And that could be a move right there that might help.
And this is the officials having some fun with one of the other officials as they just, as there isn't a TV timeout. The two senior officials are having some fun with the junior official because we're not taking TV timeouts. And you could see they're having a nice time. Yeah. But we appreciate the sentiment, but we don't use TV timeouts.
that is the work of Jim Shalley right there. Let's just go ahead and get his name out there. This is his doing. You know what? We needed a break then anyway.
Yeah, I had to finish my drink. So there we go. So that break is on us. It's actually on them. We didn't ask for that one. Williamstown basketball after the TV timeout.
They may be a little mad at that one because that kind of breaks their mojo a little bit.
5 seconds on the inside.
You know what? In a way, if I'm a Williamstowner right now, I'm a little upset with this because that did. It broke their mojo a little bit right there. They were running the floor right there. And what happens right after that TV timeout, that phantom TV timeout, was a 5-second call on the inbound.
Here's Miller. Mid-range jumper's good. Akaya Miller, who just checked in for the Crusaderettes, ties us back up at 6. Trying to get it inside to Burt, but knocked away, and Sampson has it. And the Crusaderettes are off and running. Married to Cody Ruth. Stops in the corner, and the defense will set up for the Jackets.
And Williamstown settling up in that zone.
And Sampson handling the ball out top between the circles. The Crusaderettes over to Miller, back to Sampson. To Cody Ruth.
Mid-range.
One of the hardest passers I have ever seen as Miller's shot is off the mark, rebounded by Arissa Burt. Inman over to Landis. Crusaderettes will work it back, or Crusaderettes, Jackets will work it back around. Here's Inman. She was going to curl underneath, kicks it out to Cosner, and that is off the mark. Rebound to Cody Ruth.
That's the first time they had to set up an actual half-court offense because they've been running so much. But finally, Parkersburg Catholic was able to actually get back, stop their momentum. They were actually having to run a half-court play on that one.
Inside 2.5 here first quarter. Tied at 6. That one way off. And Cosner collects it for Williamstown. Coach Danny Bunch, no substitutions yet for the Jackets.
Going with what you got.
You want to talk about different ideologies. The boys team would have had about 4 different line changes by now as they go about 12 deep. Trying to get it low to Burt on the block, and it is knocked away, and Harbarger has it on the floor. Gets it to Thorne, and the Crusaderettes are again running. Miller in the corner to a cutting Harbarger. She'll go baseline against Pickens, and her first foul of the game is called on Faith Pickens. Her first, team's first.
It's just right now they're just trying to find that kink in the armor, that opening within that really tough zone defense for Williamstown. It just sometimes takes that extra pass, that extra screen. That time it was they finally beat him back on the missed shot. Hardbarger, a very aggressive drive, and she gets the chance to go to the line.
Hits the first one. Hits them both. Deborah Hardbarger has 6 points. And the Crusaderettes lead 8-6.
That's why it's important to make shots, because then you can start setting up your version of the press, and Catholic's able to do that now.
Unforced error from the Lady Jackets is going to be a turnover for the Crusaderettes. Jackets retreat back into that 2-3 zone. Trailing by 2, headed up on 90 seconds left in this opening quarter. Sampson and to Cody Ruth, whipping it back and forth. Over to Thorne. I'd dislocate a finger by now. Here's Hardbarger out top. Drops it to Miller. Her pull-up is good. Akaya Miller has 4 points. The Crusaderette lead is 6, and here's the press from Catholic. Burt will have it across the timeline. Over to Pickens. Into the corner to Cosner. She'll go baseline, drops it for Burt. Nice pass, nice lay-in. And Arissa Burt has her first bucket of the game. It's 10-8 Catholic.
Cosner now on at least a couple of occasions now penetrates. Sometimes she'll make that shot herself, and then sometimes she'll get the good pass off. That time it was just a good pass off to Burt, but nice play, good finish.
Crusaderettes again working it around the circle. Now 4 of them out beyond the 3-point line, and Mary Cody Ruth steps on the end line. And a turnover, and we'll see Izzy D'Angelo come in for Morgan Sampson for the Crusaderettes. Jackets still staying with their starting 5. Here with 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Crusaderettes by 2.
Are you saying it's the Jackets 5?
No.
Okay.
And timeout, Williamstown, as they were going to get tied up in the backcourt, so Coach Bunch burns his first time out of the game with 27 seconds on the clock.
The press was good. It was causing a couple of what I'd say is haphazard passes. And you're right, Coach Bunch says, we're not going to beat that 10 count. Let's get that ball and talk it over for a second. And not a TV timeout.
So yesterday, by the way, Mike, in case you missed it, we were at the ROAC for Parkersburg South and Parkersburg wrestling style. And if you like your crosstown showdowns, we're going to double down on that because Saturday, we're going to be at the Field House for the Patriots and Big Reds boys basketball action. The South boys took it to the Big Reds the first time around. We'll see if PHS can rebound from that, but we've got it for you this Saturday evening here on CAS 45.
The one at Parkersburg South was a systematic takedown. Let's see what happens at the Field House this time.
Inman trying to find some room, tries to drop it to Pickens, but D'Angelo picks it off for Catholic. And Izzy's going to travel with it. Sorry, double dribble, same thing.
Just a little bit of a, she was just thinking, should I pass it? Should I keep going? She ended up dribbling it with both hands. Dr. Naismith said, nope, we're not supposed to do it that way.
10-8 Crusaderettes leading the Lady Jackets. Drop into Burt and knocked out of bounds, and is going to go off Arissa Burt, and it'll be Catholic basketball.
Yeah, just trying to lob it over the top there, but I think Burt thought that might have been touched by a Crusaderette.
Sampson back in for D'Angelo for the Crusaderettes.
Set up for a final shot. They got to move fast.
Horn is coming, and Crusaderettes will turn it over, and that's how the first quarter will end. Catholic 10, Williamstown 8. We'll go to the second quarter next. You're watching high school basketball presented by Staley Law and Mediation on CAS 45.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
A slim Crusaderette lead as we head to the second quarter. 4 different players for Williamstown, each with a bucket. Crusaderettes, all their points have come from 2 players. As we're headed to the second quarter, Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron here at Parkersburg Catholic High School.
Jackets shooting 50%, but all of their shots from the 2-point range. Catholic 4 of 13 shooting 31%, but 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That's been the difference.
Here's Inman in the corner. She'll fire up a 3, and there she's got it. Georgie Inman is in the scorebook with the first triple of the game. And that'll put Jackets on top, 11-10.
That's just changing up the philosophy right now. I mean, it was run and gun during that first quarter. That's the first time they've taken a shot from the perimeter tonight.
Here's Hardbarger in the post working against Pickens, senior on sophomore. She'll drop it off to Mary Cody Ruth, who gets the floater. And Mary Cody Ruth has her first basket of the game. Put Catholic back up by 1.
Break up the zone a little bit. She was able to get a shot from the paint.
Cosner from the corner. Burt had the rebound but lost it between her legs, and Hardbarger comes out of it. Crusaderettes on the move again. Thorne open in the corner, couldn't get it there, but knocked out of bounds by the Jackets.
I don't know. I mean, I know that they were behind the basket, but the only reason they were behind was because of the 2 free throws. I don't think we switch up there. We've seen 2 shots from the perimeter now for Williamstown. I say keep running and gunning. It's been working. Maybe that's just tightening up on the defense for Parkersburg Catholic.
Sampson back out top to Thorne, over to Mary Cody Ruth. Working it around, trying to get that baseline defense to lighten up as Miller's shot goes off the side of the glass. and Inman will collect it.
Out of running.
Here's Riley Landis, puts the brakes on, looking for Pickens cutting to the basket. She lost it. Costner has it. Hardbarger knocks it away. Crusaderettes have it.
I was just getting ready to say she was kind of Johnny on the spot right there, but bad shot.
Terrible
once again.
shot by Sampson, too far under the basket, and Inman will push it back up the floor for Williamstown. Ahead to Landis. Landis goes into Hardbarger, and Hardbarger is going to pick up her first foul and send the Jackets to the line for the first time tonight.
I was just getting ready to say on that last possession, it was kind of Johnny on the spot because the loose ball was picked up, and initially there wasn't anybody there, so Cosner thought she had an open shot. Hardbarger came out of nowhere, swatted it out of the air.
So Landis on the line to shoot two, hits the first one. She's got 3 points. As Cosner will check out, and we'll see Addison Kirby, number 4, check in for Williamstown as Riley Landis hits them both. She's got 4 points. And puts Williamstown back up by the slimmest of margins. You're talking to 2 guys who know about slim.
Oh, you make me laugh.
Miller thought about pulling the trigger, but defense closed out on her. Nice pass underneath from Takoti Ruth, but knocked away. Good defense by the Jackets.
Boy, those windows shut very quickly. I mean, when Takoti Ruth got the pass in the paint, she was open, but the good recognition on defense.
And you see the Crusaderettes are trying to, as Takoti Ruth puts up her first 3 of the game, off the mark, but a shove underneath. We're going to have a foul call. And that's going to be on Arissa Burt, her first, team second. Crusaderette ball. I was just saying you can see the Crusaderettes kind of baiting Williamstown into double teaming in those corners,
right,
which is leaving some room underneath the basket.
Good design. And then we said before the game started, it's all going to be about execution. Boy, Mary had Akaya wide open underneath.
Cody Ruth goes to the rack, can't get it to fall, and Landis clears it for Williamstown. Coming back the other way, drops it to Inman, back to Landis. Man-to-man from the Crusaderettes. Into the corner to Kirby. Back out top to Landis. She'll drive the lane, drops it off to Arissa Burt, and she lays it up and in. Burt has 4. And the Williamstown lead is 3.
Opportunistic basketball right there, good positioning. You know, when you're playing man-on-man sometimes, especially when you try to do the double teams, mathematics says you're going to leave somebody open.
Mary Takoti Ruth trying to find some space, throws up an air ball, and they say it's going to be misdirected and stay with the Crusaderettes.
I think they said it was partially blocked.
Now an official, now they will reverse the call after a short conversation and an objection from Danny Bunch in front of the Williamstown bench. It's either tipped or it wasn't.
It didn't look like it was. I mean, if it was misdirected, it was because of a foul. And if they're not going to call the foul, they shouldn't call the block either. This looked like it was.
Inman in the corner, fakes the shot. She'll pull up. The short jumper is short. Pickens had it, but knocked it to Mary Takoti Ruth, who will sprint to the other end against Inman. Got Inman out of the lane and can't get the ball to, it touched every part of the rim except the bottom of it, and now knocked out of bounds and stays with Catholic.
Bit cold shooting right now for the Crusaderettes in this corner. 1 of 6.
Miller back to Takoti Ruth in the corner. Mary thought about it, pulls in a little closer, still can't get it to go. And Burt with the rebound for Williamstown. Inman to Landis, back to Inman, back to Landis. 3 on the way, off the mark. Fought for underneath, loose basketball, comes out to Mary Takoti Ruth. Takoti Ruth pushes it down, going against Inman, reverse layup, and that one will finally roll in. And Takoti Ruth has 4, and the lead is back down to 1 as we are inside 4 minutes to go until the half.
One thing Catholic is doing well is they're battling well on the boards. I know Burt is doing good on the offensive rebounding for Williamstown, but right now Hardbarger and Akaya, they're doing a great job of keeping Williamstown to that 1 shot. And that worked well them on that last possession.
Here's Landis out top. They'll get it over to Kirby. Foot on the line, that's a 2, but off the mark nonetheless. Burt puts it back up and in, and she's got 3 layups tonight.
Offensive rebounds.
Call her Windex, baby. She's cleaning the glass as we close in on 3 minutes to go. Here's Akaya Miller underneath, and she will lay it up and in, and Akaya Miller has 6 points.
Simple basketball, penetrate, dish, and the defense was late that time.
Here's Landis, works around to Cody Ruth, and she will get the friendly roll, and she's got 6 points in this first half.
Business picking up just in the last couple of minutes.
Corner to Sampson, trying to get it down low to Hardbarger. Lost it on the baseline, and it's a turnover for the Crusaders. And here come the Jackets the other way. Landis drops it to Burt, puts it on the floor, and misses the layup. Pickens with the putback, can't get it to go. Follows her own shot, can't get that one to go, and another go. Still can't get it to go, but fouled. 4 tries at it. And Hardbarger will pick up her second foul, team second foul. And we'll see Faith Pickens on the line for the first time tonight. She's got 2 points. Had her hands full on the post down there this evening. And first one is off the mark.
She's head and shoulders taller than anybody on the floor right now, and that was just simple anatomy on that one. She was taller than everybody else. She kept getting the second and third opportunities and finally got fouled.
Posner in for Kirby for Williamstown. D'Angelo in for Miller for Catholic, and Pickens missed them both. The first missed free throws of the night for either team, and Pickens missed them both. The lead stays at 3. Closing in on 2 minutes to go in the half.
One thing we've not seen for Parkersburg Catholic tonight is that outside shooting presence of Jocelyn Thorne. They've been keeping them, you know, I guess that one worked there. Get it inside to Deborah Hardbarger. But I have a feeling that Coach Vierheller's got to start running some screens to see if they can get her hot, because we need some, the Parkersburg Catholic will need to have points in big bunches. Ooh.
Pickens wide open for 3, and it's all glass. And Thorne will have it on the run for the Crusaderettes. Knocked out of bounds, stays with Catholic. Deborah Hardbarger, 8 points of the Catholic 18 tonight.
You got to, right now you can almost see Coach Bunch saying, okay, Faith, that's not where we need you shooting the ball right now. Get inside. Let Landis, let Georgie, let somebody hit those from the outside.
And 4 of the Williamstown starters have stayed in the whole way, and 3 of the Catholic starters have been in the whole way. Thorne with a too far under the basket, goes off the side of the glass, and it'll go back to Williamstown with 1:22 left here in the second quarter. 19-18. It has been a slobber knocker thus far, my friend.
It certainly has. This is what we thought.
Burt into Pickens, double teamed and smacked away by Hardbarger, and she's going to be whistled for her 3rd foul.
That's big. A lot of these teams, both of these teams, really don't have a great deal of depth. I think probably Williamstown has a little bit more of an edge when it comes to that.
Of all the things that Catholic has been the last few years, deep has never been used in any of those sentences.
Foul trouble will hurt you every time.
So Hardbarger will have a seat. Akaya Miller checks in as Riley Landis hits a 3-pointer.
Good ball movement, found the open girl on the perimeter.
The lead is 4 for the 3rd-ranked Yellow Jackets of Williamstown. Headed for 30 seconds as Miller with the putback, and Akaya Miller has 8 points for the Crusaderettes with 30 seconds to go until the break. Teams been trading buckets here the last couple minutes. Pickens double teamed on the block. Reverse layup is off the mark. Rebound Akaya Miller. Thorne in the corner. She'll go baseline. Floater is not there. Miller and Burt fighting for the rebound. Loose ball goes with Williamstown with 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Yeah, I think if
trying to get a play, or you're just trying not to turn it over. Inman will bring it up the floor. And it counts.
Count it.
Georgie Inman gets her first two-pointer of the game. It counts, and we will go to the half. Williamstown 24, Parkersburg Catholic 20. Take a short timeout. Mike and I will do some math, and we'll get you some stats from that first half. You're watching high school basketball, presented by Staley Law and Mediation on CAS 45.
I was in a traffic accident. I went from working 70 to 80 hours a week to all of a sudden being stuck with 2 broken legs in a wheelchair. The scariest thing in my life. I thought I was just going to be alone, start losing everything that I've worked so hard for my family. And when I met Jim Staley, he sat me down, we were able to talk. He was very nice, explained to me the process we were going to take and how he was going to be able to help me and my family going forward. And the fact that somebody will fight for you is pretty inspiring.
You'll learn what you'll do on a job site. You'll learn all the different things that go into like the job site, like all the things you'll need to know, like stick, MIG, TIG, flux core.
You'll get certifications, you can get internships. The welding program at Wood County Technical Center is getting me ready for a career.
(24-20) your score at the half. This one has been as advertised thus far here between these two rivals. Scoring for the first half, Parkersburg Catholic, only 3 players putting points on the board. Deborah Hardbarger has 8 points. Akaya Miller has 8 points off the bench. And Mary Takoti Ruth with 4. For Williamstown, Riley Landis leads the way with 9. Arissa Burt was 6. Georgie Inman has 5. Anna Costner has 2, and Faith Pickens has 2. So, more importantly than the 24-20 score is Williamstown 2 fouls. Burt has 1 foul. Pickens has 1 foul. Deborah Hardbarger has all 3 Parkersburg Catholic fouls, and for your post player to have 3 fouls in the first half is not good.
Not good at all. And she had a big first quarter for them as well, and she only attempted the 1 shot in the second quarter. One thing that I saw especially, too, was a definite uptick in offense for Williamstown. They attempted 14 shots in the first quarter. They attempted 24. So, I mean, no, 16 in the second. No, okay, excuse me. That was 8 in the first quarter. 8 in the first quarter.
Spit it out, man. What are we talking about?
8 in the first quarter and 16 in the second quarter.
Okay.
So they were able to pick things up. They're 10 of 24 from the field, 41.7%, 2 of 5 from three-point range. So definite, they picked things up in that second quarter.
We'll check things out here, some highlights for the first half. As there you see Inman lay it up and in right at the buzzer to end the first half. It went from defense.
I was in a traffic accident. I went from working 70 to 80 hours a week to all of a sudden being stuck with 2 broken legs in a wheelchair. The scariest thing in my life. I thought I was just going to be alone, start losing everything that I've worked so hard for my family. And when I met Jim Staley, he sat me down, we were able to talk. He was very nice, explained to me the process we were going to take and how he was going to be able to help me and my family going forward. And the fact that somebody will fight for you is pretty inspiring.
I would describe it as a hands-on class where we learn important skills that help with firefighting, hazmat, with our EMT.
Even if it's not something they plan to use as a career, it's still a great class.
Have you been considering replacing your home comfort system? Grog's Home Services has a holiday deal for you.
We're offering up to 20% off a new heating and cooling system when you install this holiday season. That's right. When you get a new heating and cooling system installed by Grog's Home Services before January 1st, you'll get up to 20% off. This is one holiday offer you won't want to miss. Contact Grog's Home Services today to learn more about this incredible offer.
Think Penguin, think Grog's.
I highly recommend Bowling & Dunn Family Dentistry. They make you feel so comfortable and provide you with quality care.
Everyone is very friendly and very helpful.
They're always smiling here, and I trust them with my smile.
They are very professional and good at informing you of what they are doing before they do it.
What's important to you is important to us. Bowling & Dunn Family Dentistry. Welcome to our practice.
My pups and our GoWorks staff are ready to help you this year at Christmas with what other jewelry stores don't. Mark Armstrong's GoWorks, without a doubt, has the largest variety of one-of-a-kind jewelry you just can't find at other jewelry stores. Come see for yourself and see why we are the only true full-service jewelry store in the Mid-Ohio Valley. If other area jewelers have trusted me for over 45 years, shouldn't you?
You are looking at the new approach to help keep your spine in line. The Cox Table gently restores strength and flexibility of the neck and low back, providing treatment for bulging discs, arthritis, degeneration, and all bones out of place. The Cox technique is known to reduce or eliminate your dependency on over-the-counter and prescription pain medication and even help to avoid spinal surgery. The Cox technique and Falwell Chiropractic Clinic, your answer to relief.
When you call the Basement Doctor West Virginia, you know you've called the right place. We'll help you solve the worst problems in your basement or crawl space, from bowed walls, cracks to water, mold, and more.
Our experienced and well-trained crews will carry out the repairs, leaving you with a drier, cleaner, healthier, safer, and more energy-efficient home. Plus, you get a lifetime transferable warranty.
You can trust the Basement Doctor of West Virginia. Call now at 877-DRY-TIME or visit basementdoctorwv.com.
Christmas is just around the corner. At Carl's Pawn Shop, you can find something for everyone on your list. We have affordable prices on quality, name brand merchandise such as jewelry, electronics, tools, firearms, American-made safes, and more. Our inventory changes daily. Stop by and see us on Emerson Avenue or on Division Street. Like us on Facebook and check us out online at carlspawnshops.com.
It's always fun to see what's new at Carl's. Carl's Pawn Shop.
Jeremiah's Coffee House in downtown Marietta is more than just the best coffee in town. We have a full menu of locally sourced homemade items, scratch-made breakfast items, sandwiches and wraps, soups and salads, and the tastiest desserts. We can cater your event and even provide a space for your special gathering. And of course, we have the highest quality coffee around. Stop by and see us today or check us out online. Jeremiah's Coffee House, 175 Front Street in Marietta.
'Tis the season for gift giving, which means 'tis the season for a visit to Crown Decor and Gifts. Think of Crown for your gourmet food bags and gift tins. What about a fruit basket mixed with house-made fudge and Cheryl's cookies? Inspirational devotionals and candles are always a no-fail gift. Or it may be naked bead lotion sets, jewelry, or best of all, a Crown gift card. You may have no idea about the vast amount of Christmas gifts that Santa has left at Crown this year. After all, we are Santa approved. At Crown Decor and Gifts, shop until 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday and Sunday 1 to 6.
Since 1992, Fasteners and Supply in Mineral Wells has been providing the Valley with the Parkersburg Catholic High School. Apologize, we had some audio issues, but I think we've got them ironed out. You know what? When you do live TV, sometimes things turn to crap. So here we are.
I blame them gremlins.
It's probably me. I don't know. So 24-20. Let's talk about adjustments for the second half. Both teams have played reasonably well.
Right.
Just trying to Catholic is having problems making shots fall, and Williamstown is making some bad decisions with the basketball as far as turning it over. That would be my expert analysis here from the broadcast veranda.
Yes. Is that what we're calling it now? I like it.
I love calling it that.
I like that. You know what? Again, it was they just picked up. Williamstown just picked up their business a little bit in that second quarter. A little bit more active. 16 shots. They only put up 8 in the first quarter. So and they made a couple from the perimeter as well. So that's good. You know, I mean, right now the big bugaboo for Parkersburg Catholic is I think they're making a lot out of their possessions, just not finishing very well. They're really good on the perimeter. I think they need to set up get a couple of screens to see if they can get Jocelyn Thorne warm, because that seems to work for them right now. And Mary Cody Ruth right now, a little bit uncharacteristically cold. She's made 2 shots. She is 2 of 8 today, so uncharacteristic for her. She's had a lot of good looks, just not making them. You know, right now, the name of the game is you got to make your shots, and that's and both teams need to just do a little bit better job of that.
Crusaderettes will start this third quarter with the basketball. Coach Vierheller kept his Crusaderettes in the locker room literally until the horn sounded to start the second half. So I'm sure he had some choice words for his squad. Mary Cody Ruth, short jumper off the mark. Faith Pickens clears it for the Yellow Jackets.
Nice pass.
Nice pass to Cosner underneath and waved off a foul on the floor. And Morgan Sampson will pick up her first, team's first. Deborah Hardbarger and her 3 fouls out there. Underneath is Pickens. Her shot is off the mark, and Mary Cody Ruth collects it for Catholic. Crusaderettes running into the front court. Sampson back to Cody Ruth. Over to Thorne. That 2-3 zone from Williamstown has been formidable this evening.
It's tough to find an opening. It's tough to find somewhere there might be a crack in the armor.
Mary picks up her dribble, but has to get rid of it to Hardbarger. Now she will drive in, and off-balance shot. It's going to go back to the Yellow Jackets, and Inman tries to lead Burt underneath, but throws it away.
Bad pass, operator error, whatever you want to call it. Just, I mean, and they had them on the run too. I mean, they had a lot of them back where Parkersburg Catholic was trying to catch up. So just a bad pass. That's a good thing for Parkersburg Catholic to see if they can take advantage of that mistake, get some points off of that turnover.
Kaya Miller out top, now to Jocelyn Thorne. Like I said in the first half, in this 2-3 zone, the Crusaderettes are it seems like at times trying to bait Williamstown into a double team, which will leave somebody else open, as Hardbarger's shot is off the mark and Riley Landis has the rebound. And Inman back the other way for the Lady Jackets.
Yeah, it's simple by design, but so very good right now when it comes. The Jackets are staying on their assignments. They're not, just like you said, they're not getting baited.
Pickens just about lost it, but saves it on the baseline. Over to Landis. She will drive in, and her floater in and out, no good. Tipped back out to Landis. Can't get the putback to go. Pickens lost the rebound, and Mary Cody Ruth will push the 1-on-1 against Inman. Reverse layup isn't there. Tied up basketball now on the floor, and Hardbarger can't get it to go, but a whistle. And Hardbarger's going to go to the line to shoot 2 for the Crusaderettes. She's hit both her charity stripe shots tonight, and the foul is going to go on Faith Pickens, her second, team's first.
Both teams very aggressive, both teams moving very well with the ball, but shot selection's been a bit off for both teams too. And Mary,
terrible. The word you're looking for is terrible.
Yeah, and Mary, especially this third quarter, I mean, she's put up 3 shots, and they're not been good.
Over 2 minutes into the third quarter, and that's our first points. 24-22, Crusaderettes cut the lead to 2. Inman drives the lane, drops it to Burt. She lays it up and in. Arissa Burt has 8.
Wasn't a thing of beauty, but it was by design. Great penetration, dish, good positioning, good finish.
Ugly but effective.
Yes.
Which was my nickname in high school. Here's the Kaya Miller.
I was going to use that line. I'm uglier than you are.
Here's Hardbarger on the post against Pickens. Pickens goes to the floor. Deborah misses the shot. And I think we're going to get our first tie-up of the game as Riley Landis got in there with Hardbarger, tied it up, jump ball, arrow goes with Williamstown.
All you got to do is just get in there and mix it up a little bit. And with Pickens on the ground, it was good defense, good recognition by Landis to get in there and just cause whatever mayhem you can.
Inman working against Morgan Sampson out top. Jackets working it around. Crusaderettes have been pretty much man-to-man all night. Jackets have been pretty much zone all night. Here's Landis underneath against Thorne. Shot's not there. Pickens with the rebound. Her putback goes in. And Faith Pickens, you said she's head and shoulders taller than just about everybody else out there. So her little hook shot, pretty easy to go in. Jocelyn Thorne for three, and she drills it. And that's Thorne's first bucket of the game.
And they're going to need a lot more where that came from because Williamstown is not relenting.
Posner, short runner goes. She's got 4 points.
She's got a great mid-range jumper for such a young player. And as short as she is, she sure is not any, she's definitely not afraid of anything out there, you can tell.
Sampson drops it to Hardbarger, moving the post against Pickens. Can't get it to go, and Pickens with the rebound. Crusaderettes trying a little bit of a press, trying to get a turnover, and that foul is going to be Hardbarger's fourth.
Coach Vierheller on bended knee right now, knowing exactly what that means.
Team foul 2, Deborah's fourth. She will come out. Izzy D'Angelo back in for the Crusaderettes.
And let's see what the Crusaderettes can do now with that post presence on the bench right now, and let's see if Williamstown can exploit that.
Inman, runner, can't go. Loose basketball and a whistle. Gonna be Crusaderette ball. Red 1-4, that's Georgie Inman, it's her first.
Yeah, again, with the massive amount of speed that we're seeing out here and the aggressiveness and everything, it's really been a low fouling game really up to this point. The only one in trouble is Deborah.
Here's Izzy D'Angelo. Lost the dribble, and the Jackets will come away with it. Georgie Inman will push and wait for reinforcements.
Williamstown too quick.
Here's Landis, curls into the basket, can't go, but Burt with the putback. It's not there, gets her own rebound, slapped away by Sampson, and the Crusaderettes are running the other way. Here's Sampson, tries to thread the needle to Thorne, but it's picked off by Cosner. Beautiful play by her.
Great defense to get back.
Inman to Burt, right in the beak, lost the basketball, tied up, and it'll be Crusader ball. Inman laced it in there to Burt, but had a lot of mustard on that one. And she couldn't get a clean handle on it.
There's probably about 2 or 3 hands in the passing zone as well, so probably it's obstructed for Burt, but yeah, that was not good.
Sampson to Miller, and Maya Miller rolls in her first bucket of the second half.
She may be key for the rest of this game. They got to find a way to get her more involved, and she has been involved with 10 points, but she may be key for the final 8 minutes if they decide to keep Hardbarger on the bench.
Inman lobs it into Burt, but it is tipped away. Akaya Miller with it. She gets rid of it, falling out of bounds, and the Crusaderettes keep possession. Married to Cody Ruth trying to get in there before the defense sets up, but we'll have to slow it up. Crusaderettes now without a post player, and Inman knocks that one out of bounds. Stays with Catholic. And we'll see Arissa Burt come out for the first time tonight as Addison Kirby checks back in.
She'll be on the front part of that zone. That'll put Cosner now on the same side as Thorne right now.
And again, no real post player for Catholic to go against Pickens.
Pass.
And Inman picks that one and will lay it up and in. Georgie Inman has 7 points, and the lead is out to 5.
Way too much experience, way too much recognition to see that pass.
Married to Cody Ruth for 3. Front of the iron, no good. And will roll out of bounds with the Lady Jackets. Crusaderettes backing off here with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, trailing by 5.
Crusaderettes 2 of 9 shooting in this quarter. Really, Williamstown not a whole lot better, 4 of 11, but that's still more.
Here's Kirby. Over to Landis, out to Costner. Costner lobs it in for Inman, hands it to Pickens. Off glass, no good. Miller with the rebound. Married to Cody Ruth the other way for the Crusaderettes. Over to Thorne, drops to Sampson. Crusaderettes will work it around the circle again. Looking for somewhere to go.
Now they've got Landis on the same side as Thorne. They know Thorne is a good three-point shooter, and they're going to keep one of their best defenders on her.
Miller in the lane. Won't go. Nothing there but red jerseys to collect it. Nice outlet pass down to Kirby, but she will hold up and kick it back out to Inman between the circles. Married to Cody Ruth on defense inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Georgie Inman trying to find somewhere to go. Drops it into Landis. They'll work it around. Pickens in the corner. Player in the air. And what was the call there?
They got 3 seconds is what I think.
Like a lane violation?
3 seconds, I believe.
How about that? Unforced error for Williamstown. This game has everything.
We're seeing a lot of stuff we haven't seen in a while. Not necessarily a good thing.
Not in a good way either. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter in what has been a tight game the whole way. Sampson for three. That's off the mark. Thorne couldn't handle the rebound, but collected by Catholic nonetheless. Jocelyn trying to find some room to shoot. Not there, so she'll kick it out to Mary to Cody Ruth. She'll spin in the lane. Thorne to Miller for three out of the corner. Too strong. Sampson with the rebound for Catholic. And the possession continues. Clock will expire and shot won't fall. And we'll go to the fourth. Williamstown 32, Parkersburg Catholic 27. The final frame comes up next. You're watching high school basketball here on CAS 45, presented by Staley Law and Mediation.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
I would describe it as a hands-on class where we learn important skills that help with firefighting, hazmat, with our EMT.
Even if it's not something they plan to use like as a career, it's still a great class.
Time for hashtag fun facts. The last time Parkersburg Catholic girls basketball lost at home, December 22nd of 2018.
And who was the team?
Trinity.
Oh.
The last loss to Williamstown came January 20th of 2017.
Yep.
The Crusaderettes have owned this rivalry for quite some time. And, you know, every year you get your two regular season meetings and often a meeting in the sectionals or regionals as Williamstown throws it away, their first possession of the fourth. We've had some really tight games.
Yep.
But Williamstown has not been able to get across the finish line.
Well,
tonight might be the night.
It's all about making your shots, too. I mean, that has been the difference in the game. Catholic is shooting 27.5%, and a nice steal by Georgie Inman.
Just picks Akaya Miller's pocket, and Inman lays it up and in. She's got 9 points, and the lead's out to 7. And timeout, Parkersburg Catholic. Coach Vierheller calls his first timeout of the game. Both teams now with 4 left.
Running out of time to get instruction in, and he's not seeing what he's won. I know that he's got a clear path of what he wants to have and what the girls do out there, and they didn't do it. We're in the opening seconds. We got to fix it now because there's only 7 minutes left.
Williamstown ranked 3rd in the AP poll, Catholic 6th in AA. Catholic, the defending AA state champion. Williamstown trying to get a ride to Charleston. This is one of the more difficult sections / regions when you've got Catholic, who's always good, not normally good.
Right.
Williamstown, usually right there. St. Mary's, usually right there. Ritchie County has been tough at times. Magnolia has been tough at times. You get a trip to Charleston out of this region, you've earned it, for sure. Your Crusaderettes need a basket here. Down 7. Hardbarger back in.
Nice move.
Her layup won't go, but she gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Mary Takoti Ruth, drives the lane, drops it to Hardbarger. Turn around against Burt, and Arissa Burt with the block. Defense creates offense for the Lady Jackets as Burt drops it to Pickens. She'll fire a 3. In and out, no good. Hardbarger with the rebound.
That's the second time she's done that, so the coaching staff must be okay with that. She must be a pretty good outside shooter, but I think that's not where her strength lies.
Crusaderettes trying to find a good look here. Inman and Landis out there shadowing Takoti Ruth and Thorne. Here's Miller on the wing. Over to Takoti Ruth at the elbow. She will pull the trigger and it won't go. And Burt clears the rebound.
Mary had a good shot, and she had the ball. She had an opening, thought better of it, put it on the floor, but it didn't get her a better result.
And Inman lost the handle, but knocked out of bounds by Takoti Ruth. Stays with Williamstown, 34-27. 6 minutes to go, and Williamstown now going to be getting into that, maybe burn a little time, as Sampson picks off the inbound and lays it up and in, and that is Morgan Sampson's first basket of the game. The lead is down to 5.
And surprisingly enough, maybe it was because it was such a breakaway play. You know, normally Coach Vierheller would have that press on at this point, but another bad pass.
Kaya Miller comes away with the basketball. Crusaderettes into the front court. Thorne for 3. Off the rim, no good. Inman will clear it for Williamstown. And if that one goes in, this place explodes.
Jocelyn has had some good looks. She's just not made them all. She's only made the one right now, but I still think she's a key.
Landis curls into the basket, and she lays it up and in. Her first bucket of the second half. She's got 11, and timeout called by Danny Bunch in Williamstown.
Impressive play. You know, my kids go to Williamstown. I live in the Williamstown area, so I've seen these kids grow up. And Riley Landis is just, she was always just this cute little kid, but man, you get her on the court, she's got that cute smile on her face, and she will blow you away for 20 points. And that's what she's kind of doing that tonight, you know, just kind of picking her places, but she's getting those shots to fall.
You once referred to a player as the smiling assassin. So,
you know what? She would be the heir apparent for that. If I might have called her that. I don't know.
Hey, coming up on Saturday, make sure you join us for some more high school basketball as we've got boys action from the field house, and it's South and PHS. Meeting number 2 on the season. It'll be a lot of fun at the field house on a Saturday night. So,
it was one of those things too, because it's just 2 programs right now in just different situations. PHS is a good team, but boy, when you put them up against South, at least what we saw in that one matchup, PHS, I believe, was exposed a little bit, and Parkersburg South was picking them apart. Let's see what part 2 will be on the home confines for PHS.
Death of 1,000 paper cuts. That's how we referred to that one.
With lemon juice.
And hand sanitizer. Or as I like to call it, paper cut finder.
Oh, yes, that's great.
Crusaderettes working it around the circle. Again, trying to find a crack in that zone that they can attack. Williamstown showing fantastic discipline. You see Inman there trying to jump a passing lane. Staying aggressive.
They have great awareness. These are 2 teams that have great awareness, lots of experience. There's not much they haven't seen.
They got Mary Takoti Ruth cleared for a shot. It wouldn't go, and Arissa Burt with the rebound for Williamstown.
Mary has missed every shot she's taken in this second half. That has been key, keeping Mary Takoti Ruth scoreless.
Inman in the corner. Drops it to Landis. Back out top to Inman. Pickens is underneath calling for the ball as she's got Izzy D'Angelo posted up. But Hardbarger closes in for the double team, and that is going to be it for Deborah Hardbarger. And Deborah Hardbarger is going to foul out. with 4 minutes left in this game. 10 points for Deborah. Comes in averaging 13 a game.
That's a tough call, especially because she was just playing backside defense. I don't know. I mean, it just that's a play she's got to make at this point in the game.
Yeah, you can't just let that one go. And underneath pass to Pickens, she lost the handle, goes out of bounds, goes with the Crusaderettes. A short bench for Coach Vierheller gets a little shorter when your post player fouls out your only senior that is dressed.
And you know what? We have seen a lot of turnovers for Williamstown, so it's not like Catholic has not been getting their opportunities. They've got to get points off of these turnovers.
Sampson drops it into Mary Cody Ruth. Looks outside to D'Angelo. Her three is off the back of the iron. Sampson has it, puts it right back up. She's also back of the iron. Loose basketball, and D'Angelo comes away with it. Crusaderettes with now a third chance. Cody Ruth backs in against Pickens. Gets the shot off, it won't fall, and the lid is on this end. For the Crusaderettes, they can't get anything to go. 3 opportunities and nothing falls for Catholic. Burt, short jumper, off the mark, loose basketball, and Inman lost it out of bounds, and it goes back to Catholic. Williamstown is keeping the Crusaderettes in this game.
I was going to say, lots of late turnovers here, a couple of bad shots.
Now Williamstown wants to press as Costner challenges the inbounds, but the Crusaderettes will bring it across the timeline, trailing by 7.
Who's going to come up big?
And a blocking foul called as Cody Ruth drives to the lane. And that is going to go on Anna Cosner, her first team foul 3. Cosner will check out. Addison Kirby back in. And a timeout. And another timeout called by Parkersburg Catholic with 2:51 left, trailing by 7. And possessions are going to get limited at this point of the game, Mike, so you're going to have to make them count.
Yeah, and one thing they might be thinking of is maybe trying to get Williamstown into foul trouble. They're what you say, 3 team fouls, so we got a long way to go. But it would probably be something for Coach Vierheller to think about. Go after it. I think they've been staying on the outside, kind of playing into this great Williamstown zone. I say go right into it and see what kind of havoc that you can cause. Let's see if Williamstown can, if they knock it away a couple times, all right, you're going to have to come up with a different idea. But right now, go after them, see if you can get them in foul trouble, see if you can get to the line and start scoring without the clock rolling.
And with as aggressive as the Crusaderettes typically play, for Harnbarger to be the only one in foul trouble with her 5 and she's out. Morgan Sampson has 1 foul. That's it. That's
it.
All the fouls. Williamstown has them spread out amongst 3 or 4 players. Nobody's in any real kind of trouble. I mean, if the Crusaderettes want to see if this one goes to 11 on the intensity scale, they've got the fouls to give. Crusaderettes inbound underneath their own basket. Trying to find points on this possession they desperately need. Cody Ruth will try the backdoor pass to D'Angelo, knocked out of bounds, and will go with Williamstown. Akaya Miller let it roll out. She thought it was going to be off the Yellow Jackets. Instead, it is maroon ball. Riley Landis to inbound. Crusaderette press is on.
I was going to say, now you're going to see the defense dialed up to 11. And that was about a 4.5.
Oh, Kirby saves it from going out of bounds, and Coach Bunch saved her from getting tied up.
She was metric system millimeter away from being out of bounds on that play.
We don't use the metric system here. She was 3 spaghetti strands. Possibly a macaroni.
Yes, it would be a food reference for us, that would be sure.
You're the popcorn guy. She was 2 kernels from going out.
It was right in front of us, but I couldn't see her feet. But Coach Vierheller.
Oh, he was right down here on it. He was ready to blow that whistle.
Great presence of mind there, Coach Bunch, though. I mean, knowing that was a
rescue
critical
timeout.
play.
Williamstown still with 2 timeouts. Catholic with 3. 36-29, closing in on 2.5 to go in this ball game. It has been tightly contested. Catholic led after the first quarter. Once Williamstown took the lead in the second quarter, they have had it ever since.
And another thing to think about, too, is these teams have a certain way of playing, and they don't really like to turn it down. So, I mean, Williamstown is a team that's used to scoring the basketball. Really, they don't really want to wind down at this point. I think they're going to use every possession to continue to score, and that may still play into Catholic trying to get back into this game.
Check that schedule, because I think they meet again very soon.
27th at Williamstown, obviously.
So a week, and they'll see each other again.
Getting them all taken care of quickly.
Landis gets it inbound. Williamstown has the numbers. Costner will slow it up, and here comes the intensity from the Crusaderette defense as they're going to try and pick off every pass they can. Costner lobs it into Pickens, but picked off by D'Angelo. Jocelyn Thorne into the front court. Thorne will try to go to the basket. She will. Lays it in and gets the foul. Jocelyn Thorne, her second field goal of the game. She's got 5 points and draws the foul.
And again,
Georgie Inman's going to pick up her second.
Turning defense into offense. It starts with a great steal by Izzy D'Angelo, finding the outlet person, and Jocelyn decided, all right, I think I'm on an island by myself. Let's see what can happen.
Cosner will set down, and Arissa Burt will check back in as Jocelyn Thorne completes the three-point play. She's got 6 points all in this half. The lead is down to 4. Williamstown quickly into the front court. Lob into Burt, knocked out of bounds. Catholic basketball.
It wasn't a perfect press, but it was just enough to disrupt. Williamstown's also in a place right now that they want to play mistake-free basketball, but that can get into your head. One bad pass goes out of bounds.
And the momentum shift is palpable here at the high school as the Crusaderettes, again, have this intensity. They go up to 11, married to Cody Ruth. She cannot buy a basket tonight.
She has.
Burt with the rebound.
She has been shut out in the second half, 0 for 9.
Inman going to work against Cody Ruth, and Mary is going to body check her as much as the law will allow. Here's Inman on the curl in toward the basket, but a foul on the floor, and I believe that's going to go on Jocelyn Thorne. It'll be her first. Team foul 4. And the Crusaderettes, again, are going to get super aggressive here, trying to get as many possessions out of this as they can. Inbound to Burt.
Inbound.
And she lays it up and in. And a quick timeout from Williamstown.
Great rotation, and Burt just kind of found that nice little zone where nobody was. Inman pinpoint pass, good finish. Oh my gosh, what a great play off the inbound.
Burt with 10 points in this ball game. And I gotta figure close to a dozen rebounds. She's been collecting off the glass all evening. Lead back to 6. It seems like a big one, but that's a 2-possession game, Mike.
And with the shooters that Parkersburg Catholic has, that it could be something that they can definitely, they can get back into this quick.
Jocelyn Thorne only has 1 3-pointer tonight. She has made 24 3-point goals in the 10 games the Crusaderettes have played.
She's had 4 looks. She's only had the one that has been that went in for her, but you know, shooters got to shoot, so that's what they do. So if they can find her an opening. Oh my, that was a bad pass.
Oh, bad pass from Thorne. Loose basketball is on the floor and collected by Kirby. Kirby will go off glass, no good. Collected by Burt. She lays it up and in. Arissa Burt with 12 points, and the lead is now out to 8. Crusaderettes running out of time. Married to Cody Ruth. Another one off the iron, no good. Pickens with the rebound. We're closing in on 70 seconds to go, and married to Cody Ruth will stop the clock with a foul on Georgie Inman. It'll be Mary's first.
It's tough to figure out what happened on that last exchange. It was just a careless, bad pass. It got away from her.
Cosner is in as Kirby sets for Williamstown, and Parkersburg Catholic burns their 3rd timeout.
And we say this about Parkersburg Catholic a lot when we see them play. You can't make mistakes against Parkersburg Catholic. Well, guess what? You can't make mistakes against this Williamstown team either. That was an unfortunate thing. Williamstown made them pay on that play.
It's amazing how mental lapses will just kind of shift things.
That was
so quickly.
It was like, I don't know if it was a bad, I mean, she tried to get it on the dribble on the way up and then try to push it over to Mary, but it was not executed correctly, that's for sure. And Williamstown got the steal, and that might have been the crusher right there as they move up 8 points.
A minute 9 is a long time with an 8-point lead. Crusaderettes with 5 team fouls, so they still have 2 more before Williamstown starts shooting. So you can stay aggressive here, and they will go full court press. Inbound to Inman. Sampson trying to check her over to Landis. Landis will get into the front court to Pickens. Underneath to Burt, immediately double team. Back outside to Pickens, inside a minute to go. Faith Pickens trying to keep away. Landis and Inman now. Crusaderettes got to get a stop here, and a reach will stop the clock. Kaya Miller picks up her first team foul, 6.
I don't think it was a thing of beauty, but that was pretty well done in the respect, though. I mean, how much did they turn off the clock right there on that last one? It was just keep away. And I tell you, Parkersburg Catholic is so unrelenting on their own way. They were getting in there, they were disrupting, but Williamstown kept a level head.
Catholic burns another timeout here with 50 seconds on the clock. Each team now with just 1 remaining. So Catholic with 6 team fouls. Next one will put Williamstown at the line for 1-1. I don't think Williamstown is anywhere close on their team fouls, counting 4 team fouls. So Parkersburg Catholic has to be the aggressor here to get some extra possessions, because now you're a 3-possession game. So you've got to, so let me get this straight. Like, you've got to get the ball back. You got to go score quickly and get the ball back again and score quickly.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, break.
All right.
All right, go take care of that.
It's Miller time. Oh, wait, no, this is high school basketball.
You got the tools, you got the talent.
4, how about this number for you? 4 of 25 in the second half.
Oh, my.
4 from Parkersburg Catholic. It has been cold.
Inman, Cosner, Pickens, Burt, and Landis, your 5 Lady Jackets on the floor. As Landis, her shot misdirected by Akaya Miller, and she will push it back down quickly. Going to the lane and a whistle as both of them go to the floor with Inman, and Akaya Miller is still down on the floor. Helped back to her feet. And is that going to be a floor foul or a shooting foul?
All I know at this point, it was Georgie Inman.
Georgie Inman, that'll her 3rd, and they're going to say
on the
floor foul.
On the floor.
Team foul 5. So Crusaderettes keep the basketball down 8. And the clock running out. Miller for 3, off the mark, not there. Burt with the rebound for Williamstown. D'Angelo hounding her, and now a whistle. And that might be on, is it going to be on Izzy D'Angelo, her first?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, at this point, they've got they got the numbers to keep fouling, but unfortunately, you only got 32 seconds left.
That is 7, so that is going to put Arissa Burt on the free throw line for the first time tonight. We haven't seen a whole lot of free throws this evening from either team. Burt on the 1-and-1 hits the first one. I have, with that one, Williamstown 3 of 5 from the stripe. And I have Catholic 5 of 5 from the stripe as Burt hits them both.
Big. You're expecting, I mean, you're getting a lot of great production out of young players out of this Williamstown team.
14 points for Arissa Burt tonight. Married to Cody Ruth. Cannot throw it in the ocean. Stays with the Crusaderettes as her cold night shooting continues.
Just in the second half, I've got her for 0 for 11.
Crusaderettes need a bunch of points in a hurry, down 10. Inbounded to Thorne. She's going to have to fire up the 3, and she drills it. And Catholic will burn their final timeout. With 16 seconds left, and I don't know if Coach V has the 7-point play in his pocket.
No, I mean, and again, we've seen a number of opportunities tonight, especially in this fourth quarter. You said it. You said Williamstown is keeping Catholic in this game. Multiple turnovers, some bad shots in there as well. And Catholic was getting the rebound, but they're not hitting on their side either. So I mean, the opportunities have been there, and Parkersburg Catholic has not cashed in.
Crusaderettes are almost going to have to immediately foul on the inbound and hope for the best with the 1-and-1 just to keep as much time on the clock as possible.
At this point, that's the only play that they have. But again, that's a dangerous thing because if Williamstown hits those free throws, then it's really nothing. There's not much they can do, but that they have to stop the clock. So that's your only play.
Next up for each of these teams, Williamstown back home Saturday, the 14th against Wheeling Central. Catholic will hit the road to take on Wahama on Tuesday the 17th. This one's not over yet, though. 16 seconds left. Crusaderettes need to foul on the inbound. Inman has it, and she's going to get it over to Landis. No whistle yet. Clock still running at 11 seconds, and finally Landis will be fouled. And Riley Landis will go to the line for the second time tonight.
And again, mathematics will not work out. If that knocked off at least 5 to 6 seconds off of that possession. Just not enough time to overcome that.
Team foul 8, so Landis is shooting 1-and-1. Williamstown will retreat everybody to the defensive end as Landis misses the first one, which is what the Crusaderettes needed. Now they got to hit a 3 or something here with 10 seconds left, and Sampson lost it out of bounds, and it'll be Williamstown basketball, and that is pretty much going to do it.
Sign the check. This one's done.
Inbounded to Inman, over to Landis. Not much the Crusaderettes can do as the timer expires, and Williamstown's going to be a winner at Parkersburg Catholic, 42-35. Again, historically, that is the first home loss for the Crusaderettes since December of 2018, and the first win by Williamstown over the Crusaderettes since January of 2017. Doing some quick math here to get you some totals. 9, 10, 11. Anna Costner with 4, Riley Landis with 11, Georgie Inman with 9, 10, 12, 14, Arissa Burt with 14, and Faith Pickens with 4 points. For the Crusaderettes, married to Cody Ruth, 4 points, all in the first half. She missed every shot she took in the second half. 6, 9 for Jocelyn Thorne, Akaya Miller with 10, Morgan Sampson with 2. Deborah Harbarger fouls out with 10 points for the Crusaderettes. Again, Williamstown at home Saturday against Wheeling Central. Parkersburg Catholic on the road Tuesday at Wahama. Mike, you got any numbers over there you want to throw?
You move too fast. 14 of 55 shooting for Parkersburg Catholic. I think you pretty much that pretty much tells you the story right there. Only 14 made shots.
We'll check out some highlights. Go ahead, Mike.
14 made shots for Parkersburg Catholic. And when Williamstown started to get that lead, even though they had those couple of turnovers along the way, they still were able to keep the pressure on Catholic. Catholic was not able to hit when they had opportunities. But, I mean, it was just a good systematic win for Williamstown tonight. I mean, again, Catholic bad shooting, but I mean, Williamstown did what they needed to do, kept the pressure on them, played strong defense. I'm telling you right now, the youth movement right now for Williamstown is pretty impressive when you look at it. Cosner, Burtz, and of course, with even though Pickens didn't have a great game tonight, nonetheless, I mean, 6'2", you cannot argue with height. So she's only going to get better.
Can't teach height.
Yeah, she's only going to get better. So this youth movement, Williamstown, they've got some things cooking right now. Again, played a really good game tonight.
Exciting the whole way. I mean,
exactly.
this one was as advertised, and this is one of those great games you get when you get rivals. And yeah, this is a lot of fun. And the rematch is coming here in a couple weeks up in Williamstown, and see if Williamstown can pull off the sweep, or if the Crusaderettes can get one back. We're back on the air on Saturday we will be at the field house at Parkersburg High School as the Big Reds boys team host the Patriots for their second matchup. Patriots pulled away from the Big Reds at their matchup at South, and PHS looking to get one back on them in that rivalry contest. These rivalry games are so much fun, dude. It's just, it doesn't even really matter what the final score is. They're just so much fun. But we have had a good time here. Our thanks to the CAS 45 crew here in the truck and on the cameras, doing a fantastic job as we continue to look at here some of the highlights here of this ball game. There's a nice pick from Georgie Inman. And the Crusaderettes, you will never see a Marty Vierheller team give up. And they didn't.
They did not.
But there just wasn't enough possession.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it came down to just, poor shooting, and we don't see that from a Parkersburg Catholic team. You could maybe attribute that to the great defense from Williamstown because they didn't have great looks. A lot of those shots that missed, I mean, they might have been from the paint or anything like that, but she had hands in her face. She was trying to do some funny hook shots. She was just trying to force the action a lot of the time, too. So, I mean, they weren't easy looks, so, I mean, this you could attribute it to the good Williamstown defense, whatever. The shots just didn't fall for Catholic, and I think that was the biggest thing right there. When you shoot less than 25% during the game, you have a tough time winning the game.
For the entire CS 45 crew, the lovely and talented Mike Cameron, my name is Brian Guthrie. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope to see you right back here Saturday night for PHS and South high school basketball this season, presented by Staley Law and Mediation here on CAS 45. Good night, everybody.